Today on Political Access, we've got another coin flip battle for you, and it's going to be Kamala Harris for the Democrats up against Nikki Haley for the Republicans. This was suggested in the comments. Seems like a reasonable one we can try. So let's not waste any time. Let's start flipping. It's going to be heads for Harris, tails for Nikki Haley, the Republican. And we're going to start, as always, in Alaska. And let's see who's going to get on the map first. And it's going to be Nikki Haley. She takes Alaska. Now we've got Hawaii, 4 electoral votes, and that's going to go to Nikki Haley as well. 2 in a row for Haley. Now we're going to go back up to Washington State, 12 electoral votes here. And Nikki Haley has 3 in a row. So Harris is shut out of this coin flip battle so far, but we're going to move on to Oregon. And there's Kamala Harris. She's on the board. She's on the map. And now we can go into California. This probably would be Kamala Harris's home state. She was a U.S. Senator from there for a little while, 54 electoral votes. And they are going to go to Nikki Haley. So Haley with a big lead, Harris in the hole. Nevada is the next state. And that's going to go to Nikki Haley. Now we've got to go to Idaho, 4 electoral votes. And they're going to go to Nikki Haley. So, very early, but Harris, she's got to put something together as we go to Utah. And Harris, she's going to get those 6 electoral votes. Now we've got to go to Arizona. And 2 in a row for Harris. Montana is the next state. 4 electoral votes going to Harris. 3 in a row now for Harris. And now we've got small state here. Only 3 electoral votes in Wyoming, and they're going to go to Nikki Haley. She's going to keep Wyoming red. Now we've got a blue state here, Colorado, 10 electoral votes, and that is going to go to Nikki Haley as well. She's going to have a red Colorado on the map. Now the next state is going to be New Mexico, and that's going to go back to Kamala Harris. Let's get that blue. There it is. And now we've got to go to North Dakota. That's going to go to Harris. South Dakota is the next state. And that's going to go to Nikki Haley. About Nebraska at large, 2 electoral votes. And that's going to go to Nikki Haley. First congressional district down. It's going to go to Harris. How about the second congressional district? And that's going to go to Harris. About Nebraska's third. And it's going to go to Haley. And now we're going to head into Kansas. That's the next state. Nikki Haley. She's got a decent lead here as we go to Oklahoma. And that is going to go to Nikki Haley again. Now we've got Texas, 40 electoral votes. Kamala Harris, she kind of needs this to get back into this race and make it competitive. Let's see what happens. Who's going to get him? It's going to be Nikki Haley. So, not looking good here for Harris as we head into Minnesota. 10 electoral votes. Nikki Haley again. Haley's really stepping on the gas now as we head into Iowa. 6 electoral votes. And Haley again, she takes Iowa. Now we've got Missouri. And this is going to go to Kamala Harris. So Harris, she's got to put a bunch of states together here in a row if she wants to get back into this. Arkansas is the next state. There's 2 in a row for Harris. Can she go 3 in a row with Louisiana? No, she cannot. That goes back to Haley. How about Wisconsin? That's the next state. It's going to Nikki Haley. And now we've got Illinois. Good chunk of votes here, 19 of them. And that's going to go to Harris. Maybe Harris can build on that momentum as we head into Michigan. And nope, that's going back to Haley. Haley over 200 now. Harris still doesn't even have 80 electoral votes. Not over yet. We've got Indiana. Haley again. And now we've got Kentucky. And this is going to go to Nikki Haley again. How about Tennessee? And that's Haley again. It's looking pretty bleak here if you are Kamala Harris. But you never know, something crazy could happen. Mississippi, let's flip for it. Nikki Haley, she's at 240. Alabama's the next state. Nikki Haley again. This is pretty remarkable if you're Nikki Haley. Ton of red on this map. And actually, we've come to match point in a sense as we go to Florida. 30 electoral votes. If Haley gets this, she wins. So Harris badly needs Florida. It's do or die. Here it is. Who's going to get him? Kamala Harris gets him. She needed him. She's over 100. Not even half the total of Nikki Haley. But that gives Harris a tiny bit of breathing room. But she's got to win Georgia as well. 16 electoral votes. And that is going to go to Nikki Haley. And now it's pretty much Harris having to run the table. Almost any of the remaining states will clinch it for Nikki Haley and be a total landslide. So we're going to go to South Carolina. This would be Nikki Haley's home state. Can she win it on her home state? I believe this has happened. One other time, I think AOC won it on her home state of New York against Matt Gaetz. You might remember that matchup. That was a good one. But let's flip for it. Here it is, South Carolina. And that goes to Kamala Harris. So Haley is denied the presidency on her home state of South Carolina. But there's a lot of states left, and it's the same deal here on North Carolina. If Haley wins it, it's over. Let's flip. And Kamala Harris decides to keep it going a little bit longer as we head into Ohio. Same situation here. Match point number 3 for Nikki Haley. 17 electoral votes. Kamala Harris deprives Nikki Haley of a win for a 3rd time in a row. So West Virginia is going to be the next state. And this would not clinch it for Nikki Haley, but let's see what happens. And this is going to go to Nikki Haley. It's a red West Virginia. And now we've got to go up to the Northeast into Maine at large. 2 electoral votes. And that is going to Kamala Harris. Now we've got Maine's 1st congressional district. And that's going to Nikki Haley, and Haley clinches it on Maine's 1st congressional district. She has 270. Harris is at 148. And we've got to finish it up to see if it's a landslide or not. Maine's 2nd congressional district, that's going to be the next flip. That's going to Haley as well. So blue at large for Maine, but both districts are red. Doesn't have to make sense. We're going to move on to New Hampshire. It's going to Harris. How about Vermont? That's the next state. Looks like Nikki Haley takes Vermont. New York is the next state. 28 electoral votes here. There's a lot of them, and they're going to go to Harris. And now we're going to move on to Massachusetts. And that's going to go to Kamala Harris. About Connecticut, and it's 7 electoral votes. It's going to Harris as well. And Rhode Island, that's the next state. And we have a red Rhode Island. New Jersey is the next state. 14 electoral votes going to Kamala Harris. Harris now over 200. And we've got Delaware, 3 more electoral votes. That's going to Harris. How about Maryland? That's the next state. Nikki Haley takes Maryland. Washington, D.C. now. It's typically very blue, and it stays very blue this time. 2 states left. First is Pennsylvania, 19 electoral votes. And that's going to Kamala Harris. So we've got one more state, and that's going to be Virginia, 13 electoral votes. Let's flip. Let's see who gets it. And it's going to be Nikki Haley, and she's over 300. And there's your final map, 301 for Nikki Haley, 237 for Kamala Harris. So Haley put together too many big states early on, too much to overcome for Harris. Harris won some states, but it was a little bit too little too late. So Haley gets to the White House. So there's your Harris-Haley coin flip battle. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of this matchup? Let me know down below in the comments. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.